Hi everybody, this is Lee, and with this video I'm talking about industrial hemp, specifically the Industrial Hemp Farming Act that was introduced in the United States House, and that it was introduced in 2017 by Kentucky Republican Representative James Comer, and that it's got support from the entire Kentucky delegation. That includes Kentucky Representatives Thomas Massey and Andy Barr, and then also it's in the House right now, but it's also gotten support in word by Mitch McConnell in the Senate, and then also Rand Paul of Kentucky in the Senate. So yet again, Rand Paul's on the right side of history. I'm trying, because I think Mitch McConnell's going to flip him on the health care bill. It's going to make me mad. So I'm trying to find good things for Rand Paul. But anyway, it looks like this Industrial Hemp Farming Act has 16 co-sponsors, and that's 9 Democratic and 7 Republicans. And so I guess hemp is pretty popular to grow, like for research purposes, because that's all that can be done right now, research. And that it seems to be growing in tobacco states. I don't know if the weather conditions or the soil conditions that are good for tobacco are also good for hemp, but that's where it seems like the strongest support is. And so, hemp has a controversial past that it is actually what jumped off drug prohibition, and then here we are today. And you really don't see too many people being hustled into the prison industrial complex for growing hemp or even smoking hemp. The THC content is way too small. But, cannabis was also included, and then the drug war expanded and expanded and expanded, and this is where it originated. And so many people do feel that this was deliberate, that it was, hemp was actually taken or prohibited because of its competition with the paper industry, and then also with the textile industry. And so that's what nonsense and false narratives do. They cost money, they cost lives, they cost industry, they cost jobs, things like this for silly reasons. And that Popular Mechanics predicted as far back as 1938 that hemp would soon become a billion-dollar crop, and that it made hemp growing illegal, the prohibition. So, Thomas Jefferson, I believe, used to grow hemp. But anyway, there's been like persecution by the Drug Enforcement Agency upon the state of Kentucky. I've talked about Jeff Sessions and how he's just so out there, just out to lunch. And, the feds have come to the state of Kentucky with the intent of burning down crops of hemp, that, whether they're for research purposes or not, if they accidentally test above like 0.4, they'll burn the entire crop for THC. And it's just crazy. And then also tribal nations, have been growing hemp for research purposes as well, with, under the same law, and then they found themselves persecuted with the feds saying, well, no, the research purposes, that's just for the states, not for tribal nations. This is silliness that you see. But that's been, corrected, that now tribal nations can grow research-based hemp. And that people are saying, okay, so we've studied it, we know, and we want it to be a cash crop and regulated, of course, similar to potatoes and wheat and any other agricultural crop growing in the United States. So there are many issues. The bill is in committee right now, or it was. Let's see. It was allowed to pass out of the House Judiciary Committee. But so in order for that to happen, there have been some changes made to it to make it more strict than it had to be. And so that's how things are done. You know, you get your bills introduced, they go to this committee, they go to that committee, and then that's where the politics and the sausage making really happen. And so, you know, this is Republicans trying to work this out. You know, you've got debates between Republicans who want to revive industry, who want to get jobs, get manufacturing, take care of the people in their home state, who want to support agriculture, and then you have those law and order types that want to persecute or find ways to persecute and put people into the prison system. It's crazy. You can barely keep up with it. But, you know, hopefully they'll work it out that, you know, of course it'll be, you know, the wording will be changed and this person will do this, and then hopefully it won't be unrecognizable by the time it's ready for a vote on the floor of the House. And then hopefully there'll be something worked out in the U.S. Senate. I guess it depends on how much favors are owed from the Kentucky contingent or to the Kentucky contingent, things like this. But it's something that can actually benefit North America in general, getting another cash crop, so we don't have to actually keep on importing hemp. Can you believe that? We import hemp rather than grow it because of the Drug Enforcement Agency. This is the silliness that you see. Donald Trump said he was going to be reasonable about such matters, and, you know, waiting for him to do that and to be that. Hopefully he'll do that soon. Good luck.